For me, I have access to about 2,000 platforms that I have put my email and try to use one unique password. But let me tell you what you can do to secure your password. You have Gmail. There is virtually nobody in this place that doesn't have Gmail account, I believe so. Install Google Drive on your device. Link it to your Gmail account. That Google Drive will give you a certain storage capacity for your entire life, free. Now, pick a notepad. There is a file on Windows called Notepad. You write my Facebook account. You write the email that you have used in that Facebook account. You can put dash. Then you write the password that you have used for that Facebook account. Give your notepad file a name. You can say, my credentials. Pick it. Go and put in your Google Drive. When you put it in your Google Drive, ensure that your Google account that you have implemented two-way authentication, just like you have done in your Facebook. My brother, in your entire life, provided you are able to secure your Google account, it's practically impossible to lose access to your accounts. For me, I have close to 2,000. It's even up to 5,000. If you pick my laptop, you collect all my phones, everything with me. All I need is to go to a place I have access to internet. I will just log into my Gmail. I will download my 5,000 credentials. So, gone are the days we used to store files on flash drive. If any of you is my friend, you will notice that that first speaker, you notice yesterday I was trying to recover a second copy of my hard drive on a system that I have in the house. That hard drive, all of a sudden, I stored up to 2 terabytes of files. What happened? If I did not have a cloud version of that same files. So prioritize ensuring that you have your files in the cloud. So that at any point in time, if you lose access to the ones you have physically on a storage medium in your house, or maybe in your phone, just log into internet and get the files back. That's just the safest method.
All right, thank you. I think this question will speak to, or yes, should be the minds of quite a number of people. How we can save our phone numbers on our Google account. That's not because I can't do that, but because I've come across a lot of people who cannot. So you may please just guide us on the practical steps on how to save phone numbers to our
who is the operator there,
Gmail.
Is this screen connected to the internet? Yeah, as in that your laptop, is it connected to the internet? Please pop google.com address on this screen for me. I just need a browser to show here, if it is possible. A browser, internet browser, that is connected to the internet. If it is not possible, then I can explain. Okay, I assume that every one of us has access to Gmail accounts. In your mobile device, go to account setting and turn on the option that says sync contact. I think there are other things that can be synced, but prioritize ensuring that your contact is synced. Okay. Your contact is synced to your Gmail. Now, if you have done that, please type, okay, just type here, Google Contact. Type Google Contact. Google Contact. Enter. If you can, don't show password, but type your password. Okay, for security reason, if you cannot remember it now, then you can leave it. Once you get to this point and goes into Google Contact, I would just ask you, open your phone and check the number of your contact. If you have 3,000, you will see it here, 3,000 at this point. So that is how to sync your contact to the cloud. So even if you lose your phone anytime, you get it back.
Okay. Thank you. All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, if you've based within Akwa Ibom states beyond Uyo, and yesterday we had very robust discussions and presentations, very, very interesting. Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, this man has received multiple awards in his profession. As far as media practice, not just media, but new media is also concerned. He is an authority, and very importantly, he's a proud son of Akwa Ibom State. He's going to talk to us on something very special. For us, it will be a lesson in understanding fake news, hate speech, and algorithm wars. Remember that just yesterday we had an instance of fake news where someone somewhere announced that the University of Uyo has had a new vice chancellor when that was not true. So we are going to learn some more about understanding fake news and all of those things, like the war online we have between Ibibio and the ethics on social media. All right, please help me welcome Mr. Ibanga Isune. Please continue to clap. Thank you.
Good morning. On algorithm wars. Very, very important, especially in the kind of practice that, or profession that you are, in the sector that you are. All of us could recall how toxic this environment was because of our activities. It was just cut and paste. And then there were so many issues that could have triggered libel, defamation cases, and sent so many people to prison. And so we came to Akwa Ibom, and when we did a study of what was happening, we decided to mount a training because we were uncomfortable with what was happening back home while we were working so hard, making impact outside. So we came to do a training. And in the course of that study, where the research we made, we went round the newsstands to pick papers, we listened to news and everything. And I was invited to AKBC. The present Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information, invited me. It was on a Wednesday for a program. And in that program, I was so angry, and I said that journalists and bloggers who defame and libel people should be sent to jail, should be charged to court. And that there's so much unprofessionalism in town, and that people should begin to deal with those who write nonsense in the name of blogging or journalism. Heaven came down. With due respect to my chancellor, he was one of those who published that story. The signatory to the statement that I wanted to be a spokesperson of a PDP then. I was being sponsored to come and talk nonsense It was a statement, and it was published. I called him, and I told him, have you ever met me? Do you know me? He never knew me one-on-one. I knew his uncle, who was a member of the Lutheran Church in 18, and he wrote the thing about me. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Sebastian Horn, one of the best in the country, was one of those I brought to do the training, to tell journalists how to intervene. Called me and said, please, these are your brothers, and you should not do that. At the end of the day, you still come home. And perhaps if I had done that, I would not be standing here. Hello? That is what fake news, because that thing was entirely not true. So they just wrote it to malign me because I had gone on radio to say that they were not doing the right thing. Again, I brought Ray Pope. How many of you remember the nagging Naboth? And what happened after? Statement upon statement, they mocked his name, Ekpo. We mocked him very, very well. But one thing is so sure. They were learning, and they're adapting. They were unlearning. And today, these guys are now some of the best. And you cannot fault most of the things they do. So that process that we started, that was very painful, insulting and everything, has today given birth to people who are very ethically oriented. And they are trying to do the right things at the right time. And they resist certain things. Please put hands to yourself. All right. I don't know why they choose me to do this. But let's go. Introduction. In 2018, please give me the first slide. There was a false WhatsApp broadcast that claimed that travelers had been killed along Abuja-Kaduna highway. The rumor spread rapidly and was shared everywhere. Panic set in. Families frantically were looking for their relatives and everything. Influencers tweeted and retweeted. And at the end of the day, when it was fact-checked, when journalists went in to find out, it was entirely a fabricated story. The image that was taken from an unrelated incident was used. But by the time the truth emerged, fear had already, crippled people and triggered chaos. You can see what fake news could do. Please, they're working on it. Okay. You can see what fake news did. Assuming your brother, your sister, your friend just traveled, you dropped the person in the park, or he was driving and was going, everybody knows what Abuja-Kaduna road is. In fact, let me bring it home. A few years ago, there was a story that a very senior politician in this state, former Deputy Governor Nsima Ikere, was being detained by the EFCC. He was incarcerated, he was sent to prison. And Nsima Ikere was sitting in his own house. And the story was going round. And when I saw, those kind of stories, any newspaper, any news organization that is willing to break news would want to go for it to find. But I called Nsima directly. He doesn't normally pick my call, but that day he picked. And I spoke to him, where are you? I thought you are in prison. What's happening? What happened? And he spoke to me, he told me. And I called the person who wrote the story and said, do you believe verily that this story is correct, that what you are doing is right? I said, no, yeah, it's right. His sources are, very sure. At the end of the day, it was not, he had to beg me to beg. I don't see the person here. The person is not here. I wouldn't want to mention the name. He had to ask me to beg very, very well because they wanted to show him Pepe. And so he escaped. Fake news. Now, before I define how what fake news is, let's look at how the twin brothers or sisters, as you want to call it, whether you want to call it fake news or hate speech, they are twin, they are together. They cohabit, husband and wife. Now, emotional trigger. Sometimes somebody has something against somebody or has something against Ibarisene and cannot do anything to Ibarisene because absolutely, you may not find me after I finish from here. I just dissolve into and I leave. I go back to where I came from. And so the only thing you could do is to find something, maybe a picture of mine or just something, and write about me and post. Because I have a small name and people are interested in what I do, you now put that thing out. Those who share that person's sensitivities and the things that he had against me will immediately tweet or share, or they will go to comment. How many of you know that by commenting, your comment can send you to jail? How many of you? The comment you make on a post or on somebody's post or somebody's picture can send you to jail. Hello? I see the Kwaibum social media space getting so toxic again recently. And you know the stories, all the stories. Chiefs coming, people coming to defend and all that. What happens to tradition? What happens to culture? What happens to family bonds and the traditional way of settling disputes? We are now settling disputes on social media. Fake, hateful conversations. How did we get to this? Politicians. Now, when somebody through an emotional alignment or emotional crisis, he has something against me, put something out. Because you take sides, it's your friend. You spread it. Rapid shares. The first thing is emotional trigger. The second one is rapid shares. You share it immediately without asking questions, because that person is what? Your friend. You share certain things. Maybe you eat pepper swap once in a while. You go sit down together and you enjoy some bottles of understanding. And so because it's your person, your personal person, quote unquote, you immediately spread. And when you please go down, I'm not here yet. When you spread, when you put up that thing, other people who also align with you, people who like you, will also share. And before you know it, the whole town, the whole social media space is saturated with it. Now, algorithmic boost will come in. The more the people share, the more it goes to other platforms, and then they'll tell you, for those of you who have monetized your platforms or your account, they'll tell you to share in certain groups so that it gets a lot of views. The views will multiply and multiply. And so the algorithms now come in and there will be very high engagement. Because when you publish something or you post something that's controversial, you expect, engagement. People will come, those who are in support, those who are not in support, those who are in the middle. And so, belief formation. People will start thinking, oh, this guy, I thought this guy is different. I thought he's this and that. At the end of the day, people start forming opinion based on sometimes what is not actually the truth. And then the real world impact, the impact. Panic, conflict, controversy, and maybe violence. Hello, very fast. And then, very fast. And then, people form opinion. People start thinking differently. And somebody is maligned. I tell people, I have practiced journalism. I've done what you're doing for the past close to 30 years now. I have never gone to court. I have never been asked to retract a story. I've never been asked to apologize. None. The reason is because I make sure that I do due diligence. I fact check. I call you and I give you the allowable time frame to reply. If you do not, we'll meet in court. Because I'll publish the story. Hello? And I also ask, teach, like I'm teaching you now. When you contact those people, keep your receipts. Hello? This is not journalism. This is about social media. You contact people because the rules, the laws in libel, sedition, cyber stalking are applied directly to everybody, whether you are a journalist or not. So if I had wanted to take Lieutenant Fon to court, I could have still roasted him very, very well, because there's no distinction between who is a journalist or a blogger or whatever. When you defame me, I don't look at who your profession. I look at you and what you did to me. So don't sit down to tweet. Don't sit down to post on Facebook and tell stories that are lies about people and call people names. In fact, that I dress like this and you come and start saying that my legs are not, I'm not standing properly and my legs are bent. You are body shaming me. Do you know that? Some of the things we do. Now, you will use certain letters or star to blur the meaning. Everybody knows. When you say "pai," when it goes to court, I will buy you. Facebook will not arrest you, will not stop you. Because Facebook does not understand what "pai" means. It's not in it, it has not been flagged. But when you go to court, the court will, they will define "pai." All of you have done projects. They will ask you to define terms. So when you go to court, you'll define terms. So don't think, because I use "pai," I use socks instead of sex. And you use a low show, because Facebook does not understand that you were calling somebody a prostitute. You will know when you get to court. So let's go. What is fake news? I don't want to go too deep. Let somebody tell me a particular instance of fake news. The moderator said something about fake news not quite long ago. The one that I saw yesterday. I came into the country and I've been watching what you guys are doing from afar. I came here, it was all over the place. Sometimes, let me shock you. Sometimes people themselves trigger some of the things you see about them on social media onto certain ends. Do you know that? Onto certain ends. But sometimes it becomes destructive. It spoils shows for them. How many of you remember one BB Africa where just the week before the show, a sex video of somebody was trending? A South African lady. How many of you remember not quite long ago, before Tiwa Savage released somebody's son is going to find me one day? I think that was the song. She raised an alarm that her nudes were coming out. And in fact, before the real news came out, people started looking for look-alike and shaded. At the end of the day, Tiwa was trending for the wrong reason, and then the music came, and then it went haywire. Hello? They will still tell you, oh, it was not. That's not just coincidence. So these things happen. And so when that happens, they will not look for anybody to send to jail. But when you are the one initiating it, they'll come and look for you. The SSS that cannot see, I know one or two of them are here, that do not see where bandits are and attacking communities, will come and see you. They'll find you. All right. Now, tell me, somebody should tell me two different persons, fake news that you've heard in this state. Let's bring it home. Fake news in the state.
Okay, like the one I almost typed congratulations yesterday, but I did not. The one we heard of the supposed vice chancellor. Yes.
Yes, vice chancellorship. All right, of University of Uyo. All right.
Thank you very much. My name is MC Drama. Please, I know this might sound somehow. Already it sounded somehow when it came up that the governor killed the wife.
Yes. That was too deep. You wanted to say something? Chief. and it was everywhere. It was every types of fake news. Number one, fabricated content, like the one of yesterday. That is completely false story. Will post and people will share. Bloggers, they say if as a blogger, if you are consistently been lying or sharing those kind of things and apologizing, you know what it means to your credibility. How many of you know what niche means? Create a niche and be presenting certain stories that you alone. Look at what is happening in the industry. What can you do differently? And how can you impact your environment very, very positively? How can you get people to read your story? One thing I discovered, one day we have been doing a lot of stories. So one day I just decided to do 5 things about Akwa Ibom. Do you realize that is one of the most searched content, one of the most searched content on my platform. Some things about Akwa Ibom. And you provide very clear, crispy, especially when it has to do with visuals. You add videos and pictures. Those kind of things. Instead of just sitting down and looking for gossips to misleading context. All images used as new. That I looked like the picture you had on me. Who is controlling this for me? The person is taking lunch or brunch. Let me go back. Okay, understanding hate speech. Hate speech includes expressions that attack or incite violence against individuals or group based on identity. Identity may be race, may be religion, may be disability, may be anything. And let me draw your attention to something. But last year, I read a story of how the governor empowered a physically challenged person. And like when somebody comes to mock you or call you, identify you by that disability. They are physically challenged, they are disabled. That is hate speech. That I am not able to have a child, and then you start hate speech. And we excuse them because they are politicians, they are very big people. That you are identifying a political party by the only reason you are going free is because you have immunity. Hello? So, while the governor has immunity, the one who publishes, the aide does not have immunity. And there's a limit the government will go with you when you mess up or when you cause problem. They'll support you. We're going the way. After you become a liability. Because you are distracted, you are bringing trouble to them, they'll forget about you. You know it has happened. Hello? It has happened even in this state. I remember people who were tweeting and doing things for people. And then the same system at a point picked them up. And then we start asking for free so and so. Hello? Are we together? Am I making sense? All right. So, amplified by online communities and digital echo chambers, which you are. So when they say share, that WhatsApp group, Some of you belong to that WhatsApp group. It says share. It says share. You belong to a WhatsApp group. I don't want to mention the WhatsApp group, but I know that they exist. Share widely. And then they'll go to your timeline to see if you've shared. And they will punish you. In fact, your landing will not come. Now that landing has been increased to 100,000. Sigh. A lot of disciples are going to be recruited. Share widely. Two of them. They work hand in hand. Them and said, your government is killing your people. That is what Nigerians, those of us outside, are facing outside. Even in Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, in this country, they'll take you. You are bearing son. They know you are from a thing you. After, they will hold your brocos for a man. They'll hang your brocos on a rope. When you come down, you'll be walking majestically. You know, when they bring them out, they don't walk straight. And as a senior man, when they tell you, did you do this? Because you don't want them to tie that thing again. Oh boy, that thing they pay no. If you like, tie rope once, tie rope for that thing. Just they do target practice. When you come out, when they bring you out, you know go. Anything they say, you will say it. They'll ask you to say. Those things happen. Because perhaps they have caught you in something you do not want to admit. And it becomes a problem. So you admit everything. I'm not saying they are innocent. I'm not saying they are guilty. But things are happening. All right. So the impact of friend is my brother, my junior brother. I don't have anything against him because he has learned. He has evolved. He's one of the best now. You guys are doing so wonderfully well. Because if not for those interventions we made and you are still going like that, by now, I want go. So, give me the next slide. Please always be on the ready. Because my system, see what is written here. My system is, if you kill me, that's what we tell them. If you kill me, you'll not kill the story. I think only one person belongs to this group here. Only one person sitting down here belongs to this group in the whole of Akwa Ibom. You kill us, you enter Wahala. Right. So I protect my system like what Destiny Young said. Okay, Destiny, you don't go. Like what Destiny said. Multiple, and my password, you can't break it because I put things that they are so long that you cannot break them. All right. What is algorithm war? I don't want to go to the technical, very technical aspect of algorithm because it doesn't concern you. How algorithm wars are being fought, like real wars. And how countries are fighting countries based on algorithm. How they are using social media and the internet to cause problems, to steal information and everything. But how does it concern your understanding of it? This is not an academic environment. If it were academic, when you bring a lecturer here, we'll start teaching you Elon Musk in 2025 said, and I quote, here we are talking like colleagues. The practical aspect, because we don't need those things. We do not need them. We don't need what somebody said in US, because although it could apply universally, directly here. Algorithm wars refer to competition among politicians, media organizations, influencers, bot networks, and interest groups to dominate online narrative using algorithmic manipulation. They manipulate the algorithm. They manipulate you to share. And they use bots to make it amplify. They use fake accounts, multiple fake accounts. Hello? So how does algorithm works? They reward engagement, not accuracy. Many years ago, how many of you remember Linda Ikeji? how she came to be as popular as she is. He was stealing content from people and was using bots. At that time, a lot of people did not know how to use it. Now, if you use it, it will be known. At that time, people, it was still in the dark. It was like she was operating like in the dark media. And so when Premium Times does a story or would do a major a break in a story, she'll just pick a very little part of that story and then share. And it goes haywire, as if she was the one creating the story. And Linda Ikeji was becoming so popular and was going about, you know, like an influencer, that somebody who is successful, has done business very well, blah, 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 blah. And she was. So one day we sat down in Premium Time and said, this woman has been stealing our content. We nailed one story. Cable, Pam, Sahara Reporters, Tam. And she started calming down. People started. Is she going about doing those talk shows again? Don't finish. So she don't calm down. She's not popular again because she was using the wrong way. Algorithm. If I want to create an account today, I create a website and make it one of the best in Nigeria today. But the truth is that my integrity, because those who know will know how I grew my followers or whatever. And so it is good to be organic. I'm now a farmer. I now appreciate organic approach. I farm within and outside. And I just recently, I stopped using fertilizer, normal fertilizer. I stopped using pesticide, herbicide, none. I now create things that I use. So it's good to grow organic. If you pick if I give you tomatoes or my pepper or anything from my farm, you can just wash it there and eat. Because some of the chemicals used, they will ask you 3 days before you can harvest. You spray today, you have to like aggravate. If you spray it today, 3 days after, you can eat. But don't eat it 2 days after it was sprayed. It will cause problem. Most of the problems we have, organ failures that we have, is as a result of the kind of food we are taking. So, all right. Bad actors deploy bots to push narratives. Political actors coordinate hashtag warfare. Fake account amplify harmful content. That's what algorithm will look like. How many of you remember stop NSAS? Yes, NSAS. And the kind of thing the government was doing at that time to kill that conversation. They applied all the algorithms they had. But the fact was that the young people knew better, knew those things than those they engaged. And so they were still ahead of the game. So by using algorithms wrongly and getting people to tweet, to share, and getting engagement, you destroy your community. The money will come, but how much and at what expense? I want to advise, grow your platform organically using a niche. Create a niche. What is not happening in this ecosystem? What could sell? And let me also warn now, because most of you write stories. I read Facebook. When I wake up in the morning, I finish praying. I finish reading the news. The next thing, I go to social media. When you write using AI, unless you are dumb, everybody knows anybody who uses AI. The language of AI is different from your style. And so all of you writing, those guys who share content everywhere, they continue sharing and sharing. Share widely. Most of them use AI, and when you see it, it's disgusting, because artificial intelligence is taking over, and it is, pushing us to abandon creativity, to abandon research, to abandon creating original content. It should just help you. You could ask a few questions and pick something to add to what you are doing. But when you finish writing, like before I left the university, teaching in the university, how many of you know Turnitin? If you have that device, that software, immediately a student submits an assignment or whatever, you just throw it in there. But now I don't need to throw it because I know the machine language. No matter how you try to change it, I know how it feels. I know what it means. And so when you send it to me, I'll mark you 0. I'll mark you 0. And so it is dishonesty to continue deceiving yourself that, oh, I'm a good writer, when you cannot even write something anybody could read on your own. Because when you use AI will tell you this, I wrote it. If I ask AI, even the one you ChatGPT or Gemini or any of them, it will tell me when it wrote it, the time you sent it and everything. So please, dare to be creative, dare to sit down to think, dare to read, dare to see what is the best practice, who are the best, who are your mentors, who are your real influencers. You must follow somebody at a point before you veer onto your own. When I started as a young boy, wanted to be a journalist, my mentor, he didn't know he was mentoring me, was Okonofio. He had a sonoric baritone voice, and I'll sit down in front of the mirror and I'll start talking like him. And I suddenly got a job with a radio station, Christian radio studio. And my name is Siba, this is this, blah, 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 blah. And it was fine. Now I've lost the voice because maybe old age or I don't suffer too much. I don't know. All right. Question. All right, let's move. Please, 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 please. Who is controlling for me? Let's move. Algorithm war in action. Platform algorithm boosts what people react to. This is us. This one is this one is doing his own. This one is doing outrage content, gets more comments and shares. Like the senior prefect of somewhere and so. And you go and, when that senior prefect of a thing comes out, how many minutes? 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to round up. When that thing comes out, you go to the comment, you'll see that she's asking you to donate or follow her, do this, do that. That's engagement. She's just doing that to get you. Algorithms. Now you look at viral spread, bots and trolls, push coordinated public perception shift. Bots, short for robots. I hope you know that what I mean bots is robots. All right. So they use robots a lot. Go. Let's run. Now, a recent case of algorithm war. This man would not have died. The media and bloggers caused his death. General Oba. There was an ambush. And after the ambush, he escaped. He divided his troop into 2 and asked those other ones to go a different direction. He went a different direction with a contingent. And he went deeper into Sambisa forest. These ones found their way out. He escaped and sent a message, a secured message, what was supposed to be a secured message, to the base for them to come and extract him. Somebody leaked the information to the media, and the media published that he has been captured. Put his name. Boko Haram did not know there was a general. They did not know. It was the media and influencers like us who threw that man under the bus. So Boko Haram now knew they had a big fish. And they went, because that's their terrain. They know the terrain better. He had few ammunition. He was tired. He had an injury on the leg. He couldn't go too far. By the time he sent communication, what was supposed to be an encrypted communication or secured communication to the base, It also leaked to Boko Haram, and they knew where he was. I heard about it. I did not publish. I do a news review, media review for very, very big person up in government, very, very top. Not my friend, he just, they just got my services and I do it every morning. I did not include that story. The reason was that I know the implication of exposing that, because it was still a story in the works. That man could have survived. But the media and we people threw him under the bus. So he was captured. Boko Haram had to go looking for him. Did he deserve that? Those of us, or some of us who published that, was that right? Now, I'm trying to make you realize how badly we operate and how dangerous some of our actions are. Because you want to be the first person to break the news. You want people to know that you were. Come on. Pause. Wait a minute. I had a professor who was always saying, wait a minute. When you hear something, wait a minute. Think again. Do you always think again? Do you always ask questions? What's the implication? Before I publish anything, I look at the ramifications of that story. Hello? Please dare to ask yourself, what will happen? If you were to be the man, would you have wanted that story to come out at that time? We compromised his safety and we killed him. We killed General Oba, not Boko Haram. Because Boko Haram would not have known that a General Oba was in that contingent. He could have escaped. They could have been able to extract him. But also, his people gave him out. Because you cannot say people who are sworn to kill, that they have repented and you bring them into the army. Nobody does that. We are a very stupid nation. Weakening trust in media, government institutions. Everybody knows this man, right? The face of resistance. Your pastors are keeping quiet. They won't talk because it is good to keep quiet. Table manners. They are not talking. Escalation of ethnic and religious tensions. This is where we are now. This country may blow up any moment. Now, when America said, oh, this is what we are doing, we are coming, we want to come and save Christians, what happened? They start killing Muslims, picking Muslims to balance, so that there's a semblance. Don't you see how crazy we are, how pedestrian we are, that we want to now try to do a balance? You go to a school that is, and there was intelligence. You were advised that they are coming. Please hold that person. Oh, sorry. There was intelligence. All the security agencies knew that what was going to happen, and it still happens. Come on, give me the next thing. Let's get out of here before they come and look for me. Please. Hello, sir. Give me my last slide, my last few slides. The cycle of harm: misinformation, emotion, sharing, amplification, outrage. You see these guys on the road. You can cause that same situation in Akwa Ibom by what you are doing. And I want to use this medium to appeal to politicians in Akwa Ibom State. This is the only place we have. This is our home. We are supposed to run a unity government. The kind of narrative that is coming out is not healthy. It is not healthy at all. And when we get you to amplify, when we get the downliners who have now been, their payment has been increased to 100, they will share almost anything. Please, we are going to burn down our state. Let's pipe it low. Let's be peaceful. Give me the last few ones. I'm gone. Okay, how to counter fake news? Do like this guy. They will not catch him. Oh. They will not catch him because he takes time. It takes a lot of time. They will insult him. They'll go after him. Thank God he's with us now. You can't kill him. When you kill him, all of us will publish the story and will demand action. So just leave him. So, verify before publishing. Always. Hello? What am I saying? Do what? Verify. Number 2, pause before breaking the news. It should not override accuracy or safety, even your personal safety. A very hard story for Senekufo. As you fufu, about a ferefang, at a padia, I will see a fara for instance, woman, you are doing yourself more harm than when you write those stories. Leave your comfort zone first. So, but also think your safety, because safety is very, very important. You must live to tell the story. You must not become a story. Over 30 years now, I'm still telling the story, and I will never become the story. Right? Use fact-checking tools. Please, cook out. Use fact-checking. Google reverse image search, TinEye, Invid, claim review, etc. You can copy them. Go to online, get them. When you want to check a picture, video was first uploaded, where it was uploaded, and even the device, the time. So you know, oh, this is false. Now the next one, avoid anonymous or unverified tips. When somebody gives you, says anonymous, be very, very careful. Or tells you, please use the story. Don't say I gave you. Find out. What is his integrity quotient? What's the value of his integrity? Can you trust? There are some persons here that will give me a story, will tell me something and immediately publish. It's just like a family. So, about journalists, either PC or downliner. Downliners, good journalists. They are very good, but we have to survive. Yes, we have to survive. The first thing is stomach, but then your stomach should not lead you to hell. Heaven is the goal. Correct errors quickly. Mufisi correct errors. Please, even after you have published your story and you read it yourself and there's an error, please correct it. Online, it is very easy. It is the printed copy in those days that you cannot correct. And then you correct in the next edition by publishing something to make that correction. But here online, you can go back to your back end and correct it. Correct almost immediately. And then one other thing. How many of you read your stories and read it again and again? If you do not write a good story, you will not read it again. You read it once. It's like a bad product. It sells only once. Label unverified information clearly. If you cannot verify the information, indicate in your story. Hello? Label it that you tried to get in touch with this person. You tried to get there, you were not allowed. Just let people know you made an attempt. Because if you learn in court, they will ask you, what did you do? Did you try to cross-check? And you provide. And then I've asked you, when you are talking to them, when you are trying to contact them, keep receipt. Don't say you are not a journalist. The line between journalism, real-world journalism, and what you are doing is getting blurred by social media and internet. So it is better to be safe like a journalist than to be unsafe like a normal. You can read for fun, but please don't share. And when you are going there to comment, your comment could cause a problem. Just a few days ago or weeks ago, I read of a story that NDDC MD was being arrested by EFCC over so things, or being held for coup. It was fake news. Punch avoided it because he didn't mention anybody. He didn't mention the MD. Another media organization mentioned the MD. The first thing they the organization or MD went for was that organization. They wrote to them and asked them to apologize. I think they have apologized. So nobody will spare you if you make a mistake, even with the comment that you drop. Provide context. Help audiences understand underlying issues rather than inflaming tensions. Use conflict-sensitive reporting techniques. Adopt language that calms rather than provokes. I can insult you now. You know, for those of you who read my post, I can insult you very well, but you will not take offense. With due respect, sir, what you are saying is nothing but a lie. With due respect to, sir, I still call you sir. So use those contexts and de-escalate conflict even when there's conflict. Highlight voices that promote peace and inclusion, not those that inflame division. Moderate comment section. Ensure your platform don't become channels for hate, because no, I'm not using the microphone again. Give me the last one. Fake news, hate speech, and unfounded wars are shaping Nigeria's information landscape. Citizen journalists, bloggers, policymakers, institutions must work together to prevent truth, peace, and democracy. If you allow politicians, business people, and especially trade groups to push you to destroy your communities, to destroy your state, to destroy your country, you know they will have money to send their children abroad. They'll fly away. You see what's happening in some African countries. Where will you run to? The forest we had, where you will hide. There's no forest today. The sky and the ground.
Business for over 30 years and still count business for over 30 years and still counting. That on no account have you been called to apologize or retract your statement. That once you do that, your value has been reduced, that people will not take you serious again. I want to ask, if in the course of doing this business, take you serious again. I want to ask, if in the course of doing this business, you have reached out to your sources, maybe in the process, they have cloned the phone line and the stories have been confirmed to be true. You have done your best, written an investigation to prove that that story is true beyond reasonable doubt. Publish. And thereafter, the real source came and counter. He said he has not, because AI can do anything, phone lines can be cloned. And it seems it's original source, but not original source. Then if at the end the original source came and said he has not said that kind of thing, at that point, can't you apologize and say no?
Okay. Yeah, I've not said you should not apologize. I've asked you to apologize. But I'm asking you to do everything humanly possible to avoid being on a situation where you apologize. You see, my brother, wait. Apologizing is a great thing. You know, admitting your mistakes is very, very fine. But like I said, they forgive. But do they forget? No. They don't forget. That is the only thing that lingers. Not the fact that you've not apologized or you've not been forgiven. You forgive, they forgive, but they won't forget. So sen I'm for my band team boy okay lipstick o yire kino akini e look at that for lipstick o yire ke e ya temetu you mema temaka make ready no lipstick idi on ibo karan ke geru ke yaran ke fere u for anya we tem dia mi no mbufu immaculate ke make work immaculate no no mbo no dia no arno yire kino. Do you hear me? You don't. Okay, what I'm trying to say, I see my brother, my friend, that no matter what you do, even when you apologize, it's like a relationship between a husband and wife. And if your wife or your husband has caught you doing nyamo, although they will forgive you, the next time they will not forget. So the next time you come back home and your mouth is oily, you will begin to think whether he went again or something. You won't believe that you went to Immaculate to eat and That the oil from Immaculate Kitchen is what you have on your lips.
All right, Dorothy, please, perhaps this should be the last question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for anchoring this section. And you know I love you so much. And
Really? Kai! That love.
Yes. So I think some of us, we've learned a lot from people like you and Ray, Ebu. No, I will.
Okay. Please come out here. Let them see you.
So the other day, my friend Otue Paul made a post about an artificial swimming pool in Ekiti. It wasn't a swimming pool.
Yes.
It just a roundabout where people
Yes. I saw it.
And then he used my name as a source for the picture. I was not the source of the picture, but I saw it as a joke. But before you know, the picture went so viral that people were crediting me as the source. I wasn't the source. So it was when Cletus Ubon called me that he wanted to do a story on this and that I'm the source. He said,
yeah, go on.
I told him I'm not the author of the picture. However, that's not where I'm heading. Some few years ago, when El Rufai was the governor of Kaduna State, you made a certain very strong investigative article about genocide that was going on in Kaduna, unreported. And it was almost everywhere in Nigeria that you were being looked for by different security agencies, groups, and even hired killers. And I was afraid. At that time, I didn't have any relationship with you. I was always afraid. Sir, my question is, if a young journalist happens to find himself in a situation of that nature, how should he navigate through?
All right. Number one, you have deliberately decided to ride the tiger, and so you should also prepare for the consequences. In terms of your relationship with people, even your availability to your family will be threatened because you cannot stay in the same house. I've never really lived with my family. I go to visit when I visit. When I get out of here, I dissolve. I dissolve into thin air and I'm out. Vigilant, very careful, and then get a network of people who are monitoring you. Like I am here, there are people who are monitoring what I'm doing here. When I leave this, you should not do. If you want more tutorial, please get to the back end. But this time around, consultancy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for our super presenter, Mr. Ibanga Isne. Thank you very much. All right, we're still on to your social media week. Today is day 2, and it's really getting quite interesting here. Before we started, we did a roll call, and we realized that those who are coming for day 2 for the first time are more than those who came yesterday. So I think we can do that roll call again. Please, if you are here for the first time, just wave. Okay. Chancellor, please look. If you came yesterday and you're here again, can we see your hand? All right, you're welcome. Please put your hands together and celebrate yourself for making it to this event. Thank you. And please remember to take a picture, take a snippet, make a post with the hashtag UyoSMW2025. UyoSMW2025. You can go on Facebook and follow the live stream of this event on Inside Akwa Ibom, on Facebook, Inside Akwa Ibom. Please, the technicals, if there is any comment on the live feed that maybe needs our presenter to respond to, you can help us to get such. All right, thank you very much. I'd just like to invite very quickly for 5 minutes to say something that will really be beneficial to us. Toyin Empire, Christiana Toyin of Toyin Empire. But as she comes, I'd like to prep our minds that later today we will have a poolside chat over at the poolside. It is powered by champions, especially for those who like to drink. And we also have an announcement from Ibo, one of our lead partners, that on
I can see you're not clapping. If you're not clapping for If you're not clapping for me, can't you clap for my body size? Hello. This is an interesting section for each and every one of us, especially for those that want to make money on social media. If you want to make money on social media, please can I see your hands up? If you are interested in using your platform to make money with Meta, can I see your hands up? Yeah, this is outside Nigeria. All right. Like I was mentioned by the coordinator or the MC of the event, my name is Christiana Toyin Shonde of the Toyin Empire. Yes. I want to speak on the topic from influence to income, monetizing your Facebook platform in 2025. I believe each and every one of us here, we are using Facebook. And we really wish to monetize our platforms. We really wish to make money because we are all aware that many of us are making money from Facebook. So if you are one of the person that wants to make money on Facebook, please listen to me. I have only a few minutes to talk with us. Good afternoon, everyone. We used to have Reels. We earn money. I started earning money from Reels separately from in-stream Heart. Then I was on station. So if you are using Facebook, you are sitting on a gold medal. You're sitting on a oil well. I'm here to tell you how to activate and make money in dollars. Activate and make money in dollars, not even in naira. You know, how many of you knows that dollar is higher than naira money? Can I see your hands if you know? Do we believe that? All right, let's go. If you have built an audience through entertaining reels, helpful tips, in-stream, or I have a very small voice and I have to use mic. If you are building an audience through entertaining reels, helpful tips, live stream, or community discussion, you are sitting on a gold medal. Let's break this down step by step. How influence become income. The key monetization method that is available right now, eligible requirements, and actionable strategies to get started. Step 1, building real influence. I believe that how many of us watch my content on Facebook? How many of us here watch my content on Facebook? building real influence. It's not about having Facebook and making money, just your mind. I know a lot of persons called me, come and check if I'm eligible. No, it's not like that. Yes, they have a particular criteria, but you have to be consistent. What are you doing? Anybody that has been my friend on Facebook, seeing Toyin Empire, anybody that has been my friend on Facebook, seeing Toyin Empire TV, on any other social media handle, would rightly follow, knowing what I do. When you believe in yourself, you stand by your name. It's not about people saying, I don't make money, I suffer to make money on social media. I've been on social media for years and I'm not making money. What are you doing? What community have you built? If they mention the name, what are you known for? So please, you have to think about what to do. The influence you are having is your community. How many community, what have you done to keep your community? You see some people, they will have 5,000 followers. After 3 months, if they're not doing anything, the followers will reduce to 3,000 or 2,000. That's because, hope you guys are with me. All right. The next step is post regularly. You have to post like your life. As I speak to you, I am a public servant with the federal government. For those that know me, I am an entrepreneur. In fact, that entrepreneur said, now only police station are never open. Now police station remain. So many businesses have gotten so far because in Nigeria, we don't listen to the poor. You must try to get 1 or 2 for you to be heard. Right? So, as someone that is aiming at making money on social media, you have to post regularly. The regular post is still about your niche. I'll talk about that when I get there. You have to post what is interesting. Like looking for what to post. For instance, you can post now and you see that you have 5 likes and you get discouraged. People don't like what I do. People don't do like this. I will advise you today that you post using another method to see if it works. Because what works for me might not work for you. Like me now, as I'm talking to you, my page is about a plus size women all over the world. I am completely against body shaming. Because over the years, I think as I speak with you, I even have ulcer, trying to see if I can reduce because of body shaming. But during COVID-19, I try as much as I can to see how to accept myself the way I am, love myself, be my first lover. So when people see me create content using bomb shots on social media, you can imagine, just preview. As you're looking at me now, imagine me using bomb shots, what thing go happen? Now big bomb you go see now. So I try to accept myself the way I am. I start loving myself the way I am. And the things that slim ladies do, they wear bomb shorts, they wear leggings, and they slay. Those are the things I try to do. I did not create myself. So that becomes my niche. Loving myself, celebrating the plus size women, which I am one. Yeah. So I choose that to be my niche. Because if you don't love yourself as you're watching me right now, nobody will love you. We are in a society that there's nothing you will do that people will appreciate you. So what you do is you have to choose yourself first. Be your number one lover. So in an approach to making money on Facebook, you have to choose to post. You see, like most of you are just listening to me for the first time, maybe getting to know that I have a pensionable job. Because if you see me on social media the way I post, in fact, I post 5 minutes while I was there, 5 minutes ago while I was there. So the way I post, you won't even know I work. So an online business, Facebook business is like you working online. Facebook business is like, it doesn't disturb your local government, state government, federal government job. That is if you are intentional. Because looking at it that you earn more money, the money you can earn in a year on a money you earn in a year on with your salary, you can earn it 1 month on Facebook. Sweethearts, listening to me right now, you will want to do exactly what I'm doing. If you go through my comment section, you see, madam, go and find work. Madam, your mates are getting married. Madam, they don't know about me. I have let you see what you want to know about me. The things you don't want to, I don't want you to know, I don't put it up there. So you can't tell my story. You can only say what I show you on social media. There's nobody, get person. We go collect 5 million under 28 days, and you collect 150,000 with state government work. Then you go put your head. Is it possible? No, if it's possible, tell me. Because when in fact, the month I was monetized last year, I think last year, October, I was monetized. The day I was monetized, I got $3. Within 2 weeks, I got $430. Our president monetized my account, Ogatiza. He was the one that monetized my account. So after 2 weeks, he noticed I have $430 in my, and he said, Tony, when I monetized your account, I had $33. How come you are having $430? I said, power bomb. Yes, because the way people uses their nyash, MC, calm down, no, because they need this money. The way people are using this bomb, originally, you shouldn't use it on those bed thing, going from one bed to the other. There are other ways to use bomb without bed. The way I'm using my bomb on social media is not bed using. I will use my bomb shot and make money from Meta. On the 25th of this month, I know how much I'm getting. On the 25th of last month, I knew how much I got. Even with all the businesses I am doing, I cannot play with Meta. On the 23rd of last month, who knows the SSA on youth in Oron, Wazo, Gosule Kpeyong? That was his wedding in traditional marriage day. I was there with my ushering team. I have an ushering agency. Tony Empire Ushering Agency. I was there with my ushering. While I was there working for a job of 230,000, I just got an alert from Meta while I was there last month. So you see that Meta now cannot even stop me from doing my ushering job. Meta now cannot stop me from doing my federal government job and every other small business I'm doing. So what I'm saying to you guys now is very important, right? Because as a journalist, and as somebody that feel your voice should be heard, you have to do a lot. Believe in multiple sources of income so that your voice will be heard. Without multiple sources of income, the government will shut you down. I don't care. Then let me go to the next one. Engage your audience. Yes, engage your audience. Reply to comments, go live and ask questions. Like as we are talking now, as a beginner on social media, after the event today, you can just on your Facebook Live. I said you were on Uyo Social Media Week. And then this is what you have achieved. This is what you have learned. This is the benefit you have gotten. What do the public, what can they say? That is how to engage them. You drop comment, you post story, write-up that is questionable, write-up that people can answer. That's how to engage on, because what I see on social media now, if you follow the way I post, like I think like 2 days ago, I posted something. I am beautiful, chubby. Do you think I am? I did not just ask that because I wanted to ask that. I need money. The more they engage, the more they reply, the more the dollar will rise. Praise the Lord, somebody. Focus on videos, real, short videos, long videos. Try to create content that will reach wider audience. Like I was advised by my mentor, Tony, if you can create content that is non-verbal, you're not talking, you're just using body language and action, it gives more money. Why it gives more money is because the French, the people that don't understand English, they look at a picture. The way you understand a video, that's the way they understand a video. So they don't listen to the English. They don't understand English. So the wider they watch, the more the payments, right? So we are still on using your influence to make more money. Let's say to make dollars with Meta. Without influence, now, as we are now, using relax, please. Using influence, it's having influence in Nigeria is like having dollar. How many of us know that? Having influence is currency. It's like having currency. Not even Naira safe. It's having dollar, euro, and all of that. Having influence in Nigeria. If you look at MC Makara, he's not working anywhere. The wife is not working. But me and you, that we feel we are working, you cannot buy one car that is parked in his compound. He's not doing Yahoo. It's Facebook money. When you start earning money on Facebook 1 month, you understand what I'm talking about. How many of you are making money on Facebook? Please, can I see your hands? If you are making money on Facebook, can I see your hands? Okay, if you have ever made $1,000 on Facebook, can I see your hand? 1,000 is not 1,000 naira. $1,000. Please, if you have ever made $1,000 on Facebook, can I see your hand? A niche, I don't know what to do. There are people who are niche, I don't know what to do. There are people who are tailors. There are people who are mechanics. Do you know mechanics make money? There's one of us, our president, Aquarium Content. There's one of us, our president, Aquarium Content Creators Guild, Vice President, is Okrika Seller, Bonnie TV. Is Okrika Seller. She just finished building a story building. She's making so much money on Okrika, but I swear to God, she make more money on Facebook. So how is she doing it? She is selling Okrika, and then she's videoing it, posting it on social media. So me and you, if we see anything that we like, we private chat her, I want to buy. That's another way of making money. She's selling her market and she's making money. So many ways to make money on social media. Yes, we have external monetization. External monetization is like as I am now. I have like, by the grace of God, I have like 5 companies. I talk about their businesses and they pay me monthly. Some pay me quarterly. I wouldn't mention how much they used to pay, but they pay me. That has something to do with money that Metal is paying me. Because of the audience I have built on social media. They say, oh, Tony, this is my business. I'm not having customers. My business is not working well. I believe if you put it on your page, I'll have more customer. And I will tell her, this is what you pay me. Let's focus, apart from Meta payment, let's focus on branding. On branding, when you want your business to go viral, you contract us. We take it viral. We get paid for it. That's another way of making, even paying in dollars. Paying in dollars. There are so many ways to make money on social media. I have a lot of friends who are content creators, big content creators. Some of us will see them and will say, Baba, how you do? They don't get hand work. Their work is just to set their camera, tell you what they feel you should watch, set their camera, tell you what they feel you should watch that is interesting, and then put it on air. You and me will watch. As you watch, the money is counting. That's how it goes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please.
That is how me, Tony Empire TV, classified niche. Leaving this place today, you want to start making money on social media, look at yourself 100%. What do you love to do? What do you want the world? What are you proud of? Look at what you are proud of. Are you proud of the job you're doing? Do you know you can be a mechanic and still make money from it with metals? You can be a tailor. This is, you do because we as a content creator, we go to shops, we pay small money, and they will not just give us 2-minute opportunity, sit on the machine and do just to video and make money. How about you that is a designer, that is owning a shop? All the clothes you sew is content. Use what you do to make more money. Use what you do to make more money. Are you a lecturer? Are you a teacher? There are knowledges you have to send out to people. You can turn it to content. Speak about it. Set up a tripod in your house. The way you lecture people in class, that's the same way you lecture people on social media. Whether they listen or not, if they love what you lecture about, you make more money with it. Thank you so much. But if you have a question, I want to listen to it.
All right, you can check two. You can check two. Please come out. Thank you. One. Any other person? All right, please come out. Thank you. Step forward. Just say your name and straight to the question. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ma. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dupsi Abasi. So, I am a content writer, naturally, and so I create written content on Facebook. Just that, because I don't know whether it's because I cannot face the camera, and also because I've also heard that video content do very well.
Wait, and this happened to me. Wait, and this happened to me. And this, that. I was not actually passing any message. I was trying to. And this, that. I was not actually passing any message. I was trying to tell them, look at me. And when I woke up in the morning, that followership, look at me. And when I woke up in the morning, that followership went back because they watched what I did. It was attractive. So you ask yourself, what you're doing, is it really attractive? You can write very well. Facebook does not need most intelligent people. They don't need most intelligent. No matter how you can write better, but you make $0. And then people that don't even know how to spell English, they make. I saw that last 2 days ago, someone made 41,000, calculated in Naira, $41,000. On Facebook. This is somebody that eats raw meats in one, whether South Africa. He eats like, I don't even know if someone is managing the page for him. But he makes so much money. What? Facebook is like men. Sorry to use this word. They are moved by what they see. So what you drop on Facebook should be something that moves the viewers. Thank you very much.
All right, there's a question here for you, please.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed part of what you said because I stepped out. Now, I'm not mad about monetization, but I want to ask a question. How easy is it to write, not video, not picture, and you write something and you have 70,000 persons engaging, views, and maybe 5,000 engagement? If you monetize that, does that show the person is doing something very good? Just a written word, and you have views up to 70 to 80,000.
All right. In content creation, I realized that a lot of persons make money, like me. I make money via videos and pictures because I know how to capture the masses. Now, there are people, I know of two, I can't remember their names now, but I'm following them. They only write, and they make money. All right. The way, if it was before, I posted I think in July this year, I posted a video of me, just 3-minute video. I was running from my house with a short gown. I was just running and I climbed back. I sat down. In Oron, from Oron, that I walked in Oron. So driving down to Uyo, I saw $300. Before I got to Airport Junction, I saw $500. Before I got to the tailor place I was going to along Oron Road, I saw $1,000. And I called the woman. I said, since I started Facebook, I never see this kind of money. And up to today, I cannot explain that. That means the algorithm and the video, it was one of my colleagues that is here. I called him and I said, I don't know why I'm making so much money in one day, $1,500 in one day. He now said, Mama, I've seen that video. I said, which video is that? Because there's a way your video is flying. The things you do is flying. Facebook will not show you. Rather, they will show other people. So he saw it and screenshot and sent it to me. It was 4-point-something million, right? It was 4-point-something million views. And I had $1,500 in a day. Now, I'm saying that, regards to your question, I make money on videos. Now, there are people who make money on write-ups.
Followers, and you have been carrying out all followers, and you have been carrying out all the activities on Facebook. All the activities on Facebook. You have been carrying out all the week. Point I discovered that the page I applied for content.
You applied?
Yes, monetization. Okay. And the page is up to more than 10,000 followers. And the page has not been monetized. And the content has been really, the page has really been engaging. And I discovered that it has not been monetized. So what could be the possible solution that could be done?
Yeah, first of all, you cannot apply for content monetization on Facebook. When you are due for monetization, Facebook will invite you. They will give you an invite and ask you to fill in some information. That is when you will be monetized. Now, you can have 10,000 followers because you are not. Are you a content creator? Do you know where to check violations? Okay, you might have 10,000 followers. Like one of my page, I have 100 and close to 200,000 followers. I'm not monetized in that one, right? So it is a duty of Facebook to bring the activation for you. So what I will advise you to do so that you start earning dollars is like today, you post 2 or 3. What you have to do is you go live. You might have 10,000 followers, but you don't meet up the criteria. Yeah. So in 1 week, from Monday to Sunday, you have to go live once. If you cannot go live, I can go live like 3 times in a week, but you must, as a content creator, you must go live once.
Mike.
You must go live once in a week. You must post video. You must post pictures. You must post write-ups. You see, I'm putting a must. So you must post them. Then you look at it, how viral is it going? If it's not going viral, keep posting. Just be consistent. If you are consistent, it's going to work for you. Yes. Some people get monetized in 3 months. Some people get monetized. This, my friend, got monetized just in 2 weeks. It depends on how you're making your page to work, how dedicated you are. So just get dedicated. You might have 50,000 followers and you're not still monetized. But post consistently. Follow my page, Toyin Empire TV. See the way I post in a day. Just follow me and then you might not have bum to be posting the way I'm posting. But you just have to see the hours and the things I do and just follow, do it your own way. Right? That's how it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, you got that page, Toyin Empire TV. Please go and follow Toyin Empire TV. On Facebook, Abby? Everywhere. Okay, so go and follow that page. Thank you very much. Shall we please put our hands together and celebrate her? Thank you. Thank you. Remember, you can make a post using the hashtag UyoSMW2025 and go to Facebook share this live video through the page inside Akwa Ibom. And please, let's just have some understanding. We have to reduce the number of movement, or the movements rather, within the hall. Please, we have to control movement within the hall. It's going to help our videos, please. It also will show that we are more organized here. That's number one. Number two, help us to silence your phones. If you are playing any video or anything, ensure that the next person possibly doesn't hear. You can use your earpiece if you can, please, so that we don't have some distractions. Thank you very much. Okay, we are gradually getting to champion poolside chats. That will be after we are done inside here. But I'd like to invite, please, Faith Etug, are you around? Faith Etug. Okay, great. So Faith is going to talk to us basically as fast as he can on script writing for Reels. We all know Reels, Abby. So you can write scripts for Reels, not just open the camera and just talk. Okay. All right, so Faith will talk to us as fast as he can, please. Faith, how many minutes do you want? Okay, Faith, how many minutes? Let's understand ourselves. You say what? 2 minutes, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Faith Etug Exub in this life. All right, so I'm not going to be talking about script writing for Reels. I'm going to be talking about how to actually make content with your phone. The thing with creators or people that want to make content is that we always have excuses. And there's some excuses that we feel as if the excuse makes sense. But one thing I like doing is, so there will definitely be someone. Because one thing about building trust also on social media is that you have to be vulnerable to an extent. So you make this content, while you are still shooting content, imagine now, you borrow phone or buy something to get what you want, Abi? So it's either you borrow, or you do what? You rent. All right? There is that. Or you use what you have to create what you want, Abi? Mm-hmm. Now, in all of this process, you can always get more content out of one thing. I like preaching that. Like in one content you're going to shoot, you can get more things. So let's say now, in a phone, person phone where you borrow, go shoot. Tell somebody, Abego, just give me a behind the scene video as I'm making this content. You have two content out of it, ba? Now, as you're still shooting that video now, ba, let's say this is the camera. I'm talking to the camera, ba. Someone is shooting me, shooting here. Two content. Abeg, help me take a picture. You have gotten a second picture, right? Now, inside this second picture, that is 3 content. You can write something, oh, today I was trying to create this. I was able to get a phone from somebody. Your audience gets to know that you never get good phone yet. So even if you are not consistent to the level they want, you have communicated it out. Chebi? You have communicated it out. So you have gotten 3 content out of it. You yourself, you can even still make a selfie at the end. So that's like 4 out of it. You can even do the feed content out of 1. Oh. That one can just be a vlog of how your day went. Do you get? Still under someone's phone. And then, let's look at other factors. I want us to eliminate the excuses. Oh. Because some of us, we talk, say, reason why I don't want shoot. Okay, you want to make an edit video. I don't get mic. Most of the things we say we want, we don't actually want them. We don't actually need them. Gong for the niche, the kind of videos you want to create. Like now you want to make videos in the house. You don't say you need tripod. Believe me, or you need tripod, you need mic. Believe me, your phone. I make podcast videos, right? I used to record podcast audio with my co-host, Christina, our Orange Audio podcast, right? We have gotten a lot of rating even outside the country. Top documentary podcast, top 30 in the world. Using a phone. We used to do audio. We did not get mic. We didn't use mic. Believe me, use site. After that one is a process of editing. Go to adobe.podcast. It's going to enhance that audio. You could do like say now, right? So I'm saying all of this to say that we have to find ways to do what? Eliminate excuses. Are we following? Are you following? All right. So now there are different pillars that make up content. All right? For most of us that we want to start making content, I won't want us to rush into it without actually structuring some things down. Okay? First, you have to understand your why. Now, let's say, for instance, we have someone that wants to go into making content, and let's say, for example, we have Mary. Mary wants to make content. Mary loves tourism. Mary wants people to see how beautiful Akwa Ibom is. Abi? Mary loves food. She wants people to see the restaurants in Akwa Ibom. So now our why would definitely be what? Okay, how I want to achieve this is that I want to give out tips. All right? I want to show, Mary wants to show people different restaurants. Okay, example. Any example? Anybody? Let's say you want to make videos about Akwa Ibom, how beautiful Akwa Ibom is, tourism. What kind of content do you think Mary will create? Anybody? Picture content. There's picture content. Let's say it's video. Mary wants to go into videos. What kind of video should Mary make? Documentary. Or places, right? Perfect. So now you can also really go down, niche down, and say, now let's say for instance, this hotel, right? This place. You can say 3 things you did not know about. All right? First of all, our last speaker spoke about monetization, right? That one is online based. But now imagine you have an idea like this and you meet this brand. Definitely there can be a collaboration deal. Definitely they can also get to pay, right? But then let's take out the payment part at this beginning phase, because they might see you as a small creator. This is your first time. So you start off phase within what? Volunteering. Use this to build up your portfolio. Use this to show up online that you can actually do this. So you do it for free when you are starting. All right? So you come in here, 5 things you did not know about them. All right? You come in here and you say, okay, I just want to, inside that 5 things to know about them, you do a get ready with me video as I visit here. So that's 2 content in one video, bah? 2 different content. So you have to be very, very strategic about this entire thing. All right? So your what? And then very important is where. All right? Where will this video go to? Format. Even with where, it's not just subjected to social media alone. Right? Your way. Now, let's say there's a journalist here. Right? You want to make videos that will go on TV. Right? Why? Now, this is the why. This is TV, bah? What format is this? If you shoot the video that is in portrait, how is it going to appear? Like, hey, Atasa. Okay? And then again, before you now shoot, so these are, okay? And then again, before you now shoot, so these are things I want us to really follow. Things I want us to really follow. Because I know a lot of us want to go into making content, but the thing is this. Because I know a lot of us want to go into making content, but the thing is this. In making this content, you have joy doing, right? And you flow with it. Content will always just come. And I'll just come. And I always like saying just start. The moment you start, I always like saying just start. The moment you start, more ideas go to flow. More ideas go to flow. That one is sure. But then you can always, that one is sure. But then you can always analyze these different ideas out. Just making something simpler and easier for you. You see content that they have done already. All right? 3 foods you should try out in Akwa Ibom State. If I'm someone else that I want to know, 3 places that is like Bango, 3 top places. We don't really know, but that is content idea. Do you get? That's the content idea. 3 top places that they sell like Bango in Akwa Ibom, 3 best places. So you go to an account that is already doing something you want to do. Write down the ideas, right? And then you have to be creative about it. Make it about your own area. Now, like in Akwa Ibom, make it about Akwa Ibom State. Do you get? And then look at the style of how they are shooting their video. Watch different videos. You see how are they shooting their video? Are they doing slow motion movement? How is their video? Right? You can do what? Recreate most of those videos. Okay? Recreate most of those. And again, still to eliminate the excuses. Still to do what? Eliminate the excuses. Just say, imagine say like now, someone said she wants to make videos and probably a lot of people don't want their face to show online, right? So if you don't want your face to show, your voice can actually do the work. Like now in this event, you want to talk about this event, you make random videos, different sessions, you make videos. You didn't make any video showing your face talking, But you go back home and then you do what? Do a voiceover. Do you get? I used to do voiceover in Ibibio. I could just do voiceover. I plan it in my head. This is how it's going to be. I shoot videos, shoot. Get back home, and I just do voiceover. So when I get at this event, from there, just Ibibio, people will stop and will watch. Do you get? And anticipate the next one. Even inside that video, you can, without being monetized, there can be ads. A brand meets you to sponsor something, you push them inside, put there. Okay? So there's that. Look at people that are doing the kind of things. Okay, I'm going to shoot. This video I'm doing is for 30 seconds. All right? Now you have to also look at, am I going to shoot indoor or outdoor? So that's the next thing is what? Location. Because I don't have mic, there will be too much noise. So probably let me shoot inside. You get it? So you have to look at those different factors with your budget. And there are some things you can always eliminate. If you really need to use mic, make a request online. Is there anybody's mic I can rent and use for this? Is there anybody? You get, ask. The thing is that most of us, we don't even ask. We just assume that we don't have. There are people that have that thing that we want, but we never ask. All right? So put it out there. And again, by the time you start, now, if you start with what you have, someone will actually know that they do this thing and they can actually help out. There was one time I wanted to make a video, and I used to make videos with my Oppo randomly, right? So people already online know that, okay, it makes video. There's that level of trust, right? Mm-hmm. So when I made a request one time, I wanted to shoot a YouTube video. Oh, I need someone's phone I can use for this. I actually got Rootop help me with a GoPro to just use for that period. If I didn't make that request out there, I wouldn't have gotten it. Do you get? All right, so there is that. The location, yeah, we know the kind of gadget to use depending on the location. And again, work with your people. You get? Work with your people. I started out with, there's a lot of things that I did with my friends, collaborating with my friends. You need people in this journey. Right? Don't try, I want to make content. I don't need people. You need people. Right? There will be your friends that can help you to, help me hold this camera. Help me do this light. Help me. You need people. Let's not ignore that part. All right? You are going to need people in this journey. All right? So there's a lot of factors to consider in the AI to assist you. But now you will give AI the idea. But now AI can also help you script it down and you know the kind of shot to take. And the kind of camera movement to do with what? Editing, post-production, editing. So these are different things I want us to really understand. Right from the different pillars of content, which is what? Your why, your what again? Your how, your what, your where, right? And then we have three video production phases, which is what? And post-production. So the post-production has to do with what? Editing. All right? And you also have to understand the platform these videos are going to. And then there's also the part of repurposing this content at different places. Let's say your video was to go for YouTube. YouTube now what? Landscape. But you still want to make this video go to where? TikTok. Meaning that you have to convert that video from what? Landscape to portrait. Now where editing will come inside. But the main thing, let's leave that part, right? The main thing is to start. All right? The main thing is, I hope with this, how many of us are going to start? Is that my guy, you go start? Huh? Yeah, you need to start. So I really want us to eliminate excuses and really take risks. There's a lot I want to share, but I want us to just start. All right? With the different tips I've given us, I want us to implement it because we will come this conference and we learn. The most important thing is what? Implementation. All right? Implementation. And then my name is Peter. So in case you want to learn how to edit videos and make videos, you can reach out to me. That's what I do. All right? Aside working with brands, I also help young people make videos and start from somewhere with their smartphone. All right, so thank you everyone for joining me and listening to me. It's good to have us and thank you.
You can actually clap till he gets to his seat. Thank you very much, Faith Etuk. And please remember to follow him online, on Facebook, on TikTok. Are you on YouTube, sir? Okay, follow Faith Etuk on YouTube as well. Thank you. Remember to make posts and use a hashtag UyoSMW2025. Thank you very much. We thank our partners, Champion Breweries. I beg, who don't call it hot beer? I thank Champion Breweries for the hot beer. Thank you. All right, we are going to have the next speaker. But while the next speaker is preparing his paper, for 2 minutes, please. For 2 minutes, let me invite the representative of Comrade Ini, Emerabong, for 2 minutes to just come and deliver the goodwill message before we have the next speaker. Please put your hands together and welcome Honorable C. Karabas Yukobo's former chairman Ibioni Bom on behalf of Comrade Ini Emerabong.
Good afternoon. I first and foremost want to salute the program directors and also every one of us seated here today. I'm excited to be here to represent my boss and mentor, Comrade Ini Emerabong, who is also one of you guys as far as the media world is concerned. He would have been here in person, and of course you know that has just been assigned with a new responsibility to be the image maker of the main opposition party in our country, the People's Democratic Party, PDP. And I want to say that Social Media Week 2025. Something first came into my mind, and that's I remember how I met your chancellor. And that's I remember how I met your chancellor for 18 and Federal Constituency, while I did also speak for the current member in Ibioni Federal Constituency. Very calm, steady, and unassuming gentleman. He didn't speak like a politician. I was busy trying to score a point, as a politician, because from my own constituency, we had the leader of the then opposition from that place, of course, the YPP, governorship candidate, so I needed to score a point for us to be able to win election because so I needed to score a point for us to be able to win election because terrain was quite a difficult one. But each time I turn and look at him, it was very calm, and I fell in love with him. It was very calm, and I fell in love with him. Immediately after the interview, we exchanged number, and I started following him. And I must say he's an impressive young man. I like his energy, and he's contributing immensely to the growth of state. Thank you very much for doing a wonderful job. I walked in here. I looked at the age bracket, and I was very comfortable because I happens to fall within the brackets, and perhaps addressing us will be more comfortable. There's this concern about young people addressing people that are much more older than us. But let me very specially appreciate Mr. Ibanga. He did a wonderful job. I listened to him. This is my first time of seeing him, but I've been following him, and he's a fantastic man. Thank you, and thank you for standing up for the people of Nigeria that do not have their voice heard at the national level. Let me very especially also thank the lady that came to talk about how to make money. In fact, if I wasn't part of that session, I would have been very happy because I need money. Money is everything. Money answered all things. And I think by the close of this program, people will be excited that they were part of that particular session. I've been thinking of my 2 phones, maybe one will be dedicated to making money. I begin to think of what to do to attract money. That's on a lighter note. The comrade did ask that I convey his goodwill message to you people. He says he would have been here in person. He would have loved to be part of this exercise. But due to the call, the national responsibility that has been placed on his shoulders, is unable to be here. He did say that I should tell you that he will continue to support you, he will continue to stand by you, and at any point in time you need him, that you should call on him. He is willing to answer and respond accordingly. I wish you a safe exercise. I wish you very robust engagement. I wish you a safe stay. And at the end of the day, I hope that the voices of people like me, like my community that has been denied social amenities, will be amplified, and government will always heal and come to our rescue. Thank you, and thank you very much.
The way you are clapping, be like then the shame money outside. Oh. Thank you very much. I don't know why Cooper decided to invite a lot of politicians to this event since yesterday. And because Comrade Emervong is here, I also need to mention that the Comrade Wakbo was equally here yesterday, the other side of PDP. And today, Enduran Johnson is here. You understand, Abi? Okay. I'm looking for another politician here so that we have to find them and recognize them. You know, all those media wars, basketballs, press release and all that. And by the way, not Utrefon, please, Paul Bassi was here and he saw Ewa. You know, you remember that press release. I was thinking they would punch themselves, but it didn't happen. So, okay. All right, I just like to pause here and just recognize all of us. I know we will fall under various groups, but I will first recognize the content creators. I know we have a group, the content creators. And since the president was, they're not released, Abi? Okay, thank you. Let's just celebrate content creators in Akwa Ibom states. And celebrate the fact that they've released their Oga. I beg, MC Drama no smile as in clap. Oh. Are you sure he was not? All right, thank you. I saw Oganyene walking. Oganyene, one of the fastest rising content creators in Akwa Ibom, basically. Okay, Oganyene, you're welcome. I see MC Drama and the rest of them. Please, as I see you, I recognize you. Thank you. I also have to recognize this very great gentleman, Mr. Israel Umo, former NUJ chairman, and of course, the founding member of the BOT in Cooper. If you know BOT, you know that the term BOT has been in the news for a while. PDP members understand. And also have to recognize the founding and pioneer Secretary General of Cooper. The guy called me for group one time, but no wala. Mr. Nelson Sebasi. You come on me for group that year, but no wala. He's also the CEO of Talent Bank. I go punch you now. I'll turn VDM now for you. All right, thank you very much. Just celebrate yourself, everyone, for making it to this event. Don't forget that we have a session at the poolside. And I trust that we will have cold beer, not hot one. Nobody agree open the hot beer safe. It's cold because it's you. It's meant for tin and people. All right, so we also have journalists here, and for that sake, the next session is very important, and we have to bring our minds to listen to the speaker. He is the Abeg. Now breakout session we did. Okay, thank you. One house. God bless you. One house. Thank you. We never reach breakout session, no. All right. Okay, so we are going to have Mr. Cletus Sukpong, an award-winning journalist and investigative reporter, aka Mini Simon likes that part. He will speak to us on balancing speed with accuracy in online news. All those breaking news people, please listen to him.
You can create, like, I mean, some, yeah, like a hub, correct. So now, there is need to develop some kind of policy. Some has some principles. So you won't deviate from your principles. You'll be guided by your principles. So you need to develop some guidelines, some policies, you know. For instance, there should be a policy on how to source content. How do you source your content? There should be a policy. Now, I think there's something Professor Barisine said here. You know, he said, most of you, I don't know, there's a way you put it, like, they just write things, they don't mind wherever they pick anything from or something like that. Now, you need to know your source. Where do you pick your content from? I mean, I see a lot of things. I mean, people write things or share videos on Facebook and X. Now, you need to develop a policy. How do you source your content? If it is not directly from you, where do you get your content from? So you need to develop a policy towards that. I mean, so that you won't go and share things that probably you'll be picked up. It's very possible. But outside of you being picked up, that is outside of you being arrested, credibility matters. And you can only have credibility through accuracy. You know, my friend is here. I heard the mention of Oganyene. Is he here? Where is he? That's my friend. Well done, sir. Now, there's something about him that I've noticed of late. Whenever he made a mistake, he will come back and say, sorry, that thing I shared, I noticed that it was wrong. And, you know, he tried to be very objective. You know, even me, sometimes, when I read through what he writes, I feel like he's a man of God. And he may not be a man of God, really. You know, but what I'm trying to say is that I now believe him. Like he wrote about what happened to him in Calabar. You know, he said, look, they almost stopped him from entering a place, taking photographs and all that because of the kind of phone. So you could see genuine, you know, you could see that he's being genuine, you know. So you believe in him, you know. So you must develop a principle of, look, I cannot share anything that I don't know the source. A man in Uyo here was arrested by the police. I don't want to mention his name. I'm taken to Abuja for sharing a story. In fact, he was even asking a question. Is it true that this airline, that their plane has crashed? Just that, is it true? And they arrested him. Yeah, in Ibe, Ifyong, you know, raised an alarm, and I got to do a story. And afterward, the guy called me and said, it was from my story that they released him. That they read it and then they said, look, oh, we have seen the true, yeah, you were not the person who did it. You only shared it. And they released him. So please develop a policy on how to source your story. It is very, very important. Develop a policy. Now, why you need to develop a policy is that if what you're doing is outside of your policy, your principles, you say, no, I won't do this one. For instance, someone can send a video to you, especially during politics, and say, share this video. They may even promise you money. But you look at it, it is outside of your, it's your policy. So you say, no. No matter how much they give you, you say, no, I won't do it. So develop a policy that will guide you. Now, for instance, there should be a guideline, a policy on how to source news from social media or other sources. BBC editorial policy states inter alia, where appropriate to the output and where wherever possible. Content makers should gather material using first-hand sources, validate the authenticity of documentary evidence and digital material, corroborate claims and allegations made by contributors. Now, Isiri Tureti just mentioned something about a video or a photograph. It was, going viral online, and someone said that when it came to Eketon, look at the water fountain. It's to swimming pool. People were now using a swimming pool. And I look at it, my people wanted to do a story on it, and I saw his name. I now had to go around calling people. I don't know, do you guys remember that stuff? Creativity. Ubon was involved. They were three of Bible tenant. Ejected Victor Bible tenant for carrying too many women. And then, because the thing fit into stereotypes, so a lot of people were just, and I needed to do a story too. I started calling all of them. Ubon now told me the truth. Says, this thing is not true. That they just wrote it for fun, for sake of fun. And I called all of them, and they admitted. And said, look, the guy who wrote it said, we're just kidding. So that is it. So most times, what you see, even if you see someone scream, they have killed me, they have killed my mother, they have killed my parents, they have done this. Sometimes it may only be cruise. It may only be for fun. So you must have a policy that if you don't authenticate things, you won't run it. For you to have that credibility. Now, please let me move to the last part, which is okay. So publishing breaking stories with speed. Now, whenever a story breaks, there's that tendency that everybody wants to break the story. Now, whenever there's a breaking story, you also want to be the first to report. What you do is this. Because you may not have time to have all the details, publish maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs. Publish 2 or 3 paragraphs of the breaking news. In fact, like me, even as an editor in Premium Times, there are sometimes I go to Facebook and search if I've heard that something has happened. You see, a lot of young people, they will be the one to run the thing. And I'll go check their page to see what I can get from this information. So the first thing you do is run 2 or 3 paragraphs. That is speed. Now, when you run 2 or 3 paragraphs, you can now update it after. Yeah, so that is it. That's how we do it. You don't wait until you get the entire details. Just run 2 or 3 paragraphs. Now, again, there is nothing wrong in you relying on another news organization. According to Premium Times, they have arrested so person because it is not your story. So you're permitted, in fact, even Premium Times can pick a story from another, who can pick from straight news. Because it is not a story, so we said from straight news. So tomorrow, if anybody sees anything wrong, they'll first know that, it is not Premium Times that did it. They pick it from straight news. Okay? So now, because you're not there when this thing happened, so if you are breaking the story, you're breaking the news, quote the source. All right. Now, if it is an anticipated event, this is another point. If you know, for instance, like that rapist, Uruakpan, I hope that's his name. There's a guy that, killed a woman, and he's been sentenced to, I think, death. Yeah, so now, all of us, everybody knew about the story. So, as we are in this hall now, Kanu, what's his name? The IPOP man, Nnamdi Kanu, they are sentencing him. There's a judgment going on. For you, because you had already kept in your, Because you had already kept in your phone or whatever. I mean, so all what you need to do is to bring that first part. The thing is this. A smart newsroom, maybe you can call it hub, thinks ahead and plan on different perspective. Plan on different perspective. You know, variety of stories regarding anticipated breaking news. Now, this is very important. What I'm trying to say is that if you know, like a man has been charged for rape and murder, and you're familiar with it, now you can begin to plan other stories that are related to the judgment. So, like now, so that means you now have an edge over others, while others are merely reporting the sentencing, the judgment. You are now going a step to report what the family of the victim they are saying, of the accused. Yeah, so look for them ahead and say, now, what did they say? Look, that guy, we disown him. He's our brother, but we don't like him. Let him face his punishment. So imagine you running that this is what the guy's family, this is what they are saying. So it becomes very interesting. So you can even also interview community leaders. Community leaders. For instance, like this thing happened along Airport Road. This Uruakpan something. I mean, there's need for voices to be heard from that angle. So a smart reporter or content creator would have probably gone to the community people and asked them what they think about this incident, right? So that is it. So, I mean, it's still part of speed. Others are just focusing on one thing, and you've already gone in some steps ahead of them. So you can also dig out data, available data on sexual violence in communities or town that is involved. Have we had this thing before? Has it ever happened? So you can go look for. That is ahead. Before the judgment, you already prepared yourself. You look for data on these kind of things. So, for instance, now, when they are sentencing the guy, and everybody is talking about this, you can now look at 10 most, notorious incidents like this. Yeah, rape cases. So, a lot of people would like to read about this. You can also, for instance, also do a report on unresolved rape cases. You know, people have forgotten about it, but because a man is being sentenced, you go out and dig out this and wait. The day he's being sentenced, you now bring out, like, these are top unresolved rape cases in this town, in this state, and all that. Now, you can also think ahead and plan to do an explainer or an insight. For instance, somebody said, think about 10 things you need to know about Sidapek also. Perfect. So in this case, I said, what Nigerian law says about abortion. For instance, if someone has been convicted for something related to abortion, so you can just sit back and go dig into the law. A lawyer can guide you what Nigerian law says about abortion, or 10 things we need to know about. But you already had planned ahead. So by the time others are looking at the judgment, you're already doing other stuff. Now, I'm done. The traditional media. Yeah, let there be that room for collaboration with the traditional media. Please, let there be room for collaboration. Newspapers like Punch. Please, have Punch or Premium Times or Nation, have they published it? We could have published this kind of thing. If there is collaboration, you know, so let there be that collaboration. If something like this happen, conventional media like Nation, Punch, Vanguard, all of them, Premium Times, they will come together and do a report on this kind of thing and show solidarity with you guys. And then that collaboration also gives credibility. Yeah, because when you do a thing, and then we are doing a report and said, Oganyene did this, that, we mention him. Now, somebody reading about him in Premium Times will see him like, wow, this guy. It gives him some, imagine CNN mentioning him. So let there be collaboration, please. There are a lot that we can do. I don't like too much of formal gathering like this. We can come down like where we sit down and really have discussions. For instance, most of us, we talked about this woman, what's her name? The one that cooked jollof rice. But there are so many people in Akwa Ibom, like this, my sister here. They are also doing amazing jobs. So there's nothing wrong to do, like, outside of Hilda Bassi. These are 10 most successful caterers that the world need to know. We need to run stuff like this. Praise the Lord. Because a senior man has entered, I don't want to speak again so that I will not be arrested. Okay, welcome. So, question, please. I'm done.
All right, question. I saw Nelson. Okay, please, any other question for him?
I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mr. Cletus.
Thank you, sir.
I take this particular session very, very, very specially because I come from the generation of the transition from the traditional media to where we are today. We are not content creators. We are just journalists, trained journalists who know how to use new media. So I'll take you back to the topic you spoke on, balancing speed with accuracy. That balance.
Okay.
That balance. How do we really strike the balance? Because we may not be writing to get views or to make dollars, but we want to give the accurate news on time. So how do we strike that balance? And secondly, a lot of things you have said, sir. A lot of things you have said have been said by other speakers like my brother there, Mr. Faith Etuk. But he used the Gen Z languages.
Okay.
Amen?
Amen.
He used in fact, he even tried to borrow our 4W and 1H, but he still used the Gen Z language. So I'm saying this because one of the things you said, sitting here with my friend and big brother, Mr. Solomon, I'm like, oh, it's true. He does those things. When we are going out for an event, he has written the brief. He has told all those people, he said, we know the hashtag to use. We are just waiting for what His Excellency will say, and then boom, it's everywhere. But
you yourself, you witness a thing. Fine, that means you are the primary source. So you run with that. Publish it. So, because you're not familiar with a lot of things, for instance, as the person died, the person was involved in an accident. What has happened? So you don't need to say, 3 people died in an accident. You're not sure. You only saw the way they carried them. So you need to confirm with the police. So that is where accuracy comes in. Because if you say 3 people die, 3 people confirm dead. Now, tomorrow the people now came and said, no, nobody died though. It will affect your credibility. So, you are now trying to do speed. But I'm saying that, look, if you're not sure of it, so write what you're sure, there's an accident. You've seen 3 persons, moved in a stretcher. Yeah, victims of the accident. But you're not sure. So call the police to confirm. And if you are not in a place where something has happened, like they say, oh boy, there is shooting in so community. If you cannot reach the police, there are some persons who are authorities, like a community, like a village head. There must be someone that they can hold responsible. And say, sir, is it true that you spoke about this thing? And whenever you're calling someone, record that call so that you have evidence. So that's that. So wherever you're trying to break a story with speed, but you're not sure of the facts in that story, please, in fact, there's a way we put it in journalism. If you're not sure, leave it. When we are talking about accuracy, it's not just about whether people have died in an accident. We talk about name as well. If you're not sure of somebody's name, don't use it. Somebody may say, you may be passing by and say, oh, boy, that guy, he looks like Asuko Okonekpo that was involved in the accident. I now call someone and say, do you know anybody that is called Asuko Okonekpo? I said, the only one I know is the old PDP publicity secretary, not the new PDP. The one that has refused to leave office. So they said, oh, that's the one. You don't say, that PDP publicity secretary, a faction of this thing, died in an accident. Because another person told you, I think it is, so, no, what you're not sure, leave out. Praise the Lord.
All right, please. Thank you very much, sir.
Let me make a little intervention, please. Now, if you see a military team in an operation or the police in an active operation, as a blogger, as a journalist, I would advise you not to tweet, not to share first.
Yeah.
The issue I raised here
Very
initially
important.
about algorithms and how it has caused life, and I raised the issue of General Oba. We collectively killed General Oba and his people, their people. Because there's no way that intelligence is shared in a secured net system, got to Boko Haram, and they start looking for him. So military operations and security operations are not something to immediately share, no matter how accurate you are,
Yes.
no matter how you think the leverage you can have. Please don't share. I have done crazy stories, I report everything, but those ones, you will never catch me napping. Sometimes I'm in a theater of operation doing my story, and something happens, the military comes in there. I will never report that in the story. I will never allow anything like that to come into the story. Does it mean reduce from who I am?
No, not at all.
If I share that story, will I have a lot of followers and all that?
Not at all.
I will. But that's not who I am. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for clout. I'm not looking for people to validate what I do. I try as much as possible to do what is right. So please, when you see an ongoing military or police operations, not the one police is harassing somebody on the road. When they harass somebody and you know that that is harassment, you can take pictures, record video. But if they are going for an operation and criminals are, holding a community at ransom and they are rushing there, to go for an operation, please don't tweet, don't share. Just let them go, because you can expose them to danger,
yes,
by exposing what they say. Accuracy or speed should not apply to those. Those are no-go areas. Thank you.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much. In addition to what he has said, I think fundamentally what we need to do is let's open ourselves up, for training, because it's beyond, apart from that, there are other things. Like sometimes I do see people share maybe pictures of people, sensitive photographs. So you're not supposed to share certain photographs, or videos. Now they have shot someone and blood is gushing out, and you bring it to social media. No, that's not fair. So there are a lot of laws that we need to know, so that we will not go foul of the law. Thank you.
Please, there's one question for you. Oganyere, your friend.
He's not my friend. Oh.
Okay.
He eats all the money alone now. When last did you say?
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Oganyene. Okay, sir. You were talking and you said we should, whatever you cannot verify, we should discard.
Yes.
Right? Okay, sometimes, in fact, on this social media now, severally, you will see something trending. A lot of people, even very big platforms, are sharing it. And then you try to verify. You can't find any source. Right? But sometimes, even in the midst of that, in fact, there's something I shared yesterday. Honestly, I could not confirm it. I tried to verify it, but I could not. But I felt the information in it was very vital. Was something that could, save somebody or could just be of importance to somebody, just for someone to know. Is there no way you can do that without discrediting your platform or make it be like you are sharing a false information? Is there no way you can just do something even when you can acknowledge that, okay, this information is not verified, but I just feel it's something that is necessary, something that you need to know. Is there no way you can
I think it depends on, how important that information is.
Okay.
And it depends on, is public interest involved?
Okay.
Yeah, because if you are doing it for overriding public interest, yeah, one can understand. But not the one that says somebody has died. Okay. Like, there was a time, I think, who carried that story, that the former governor of Anambra had died. Yes. So, I mean, you've not verified this. Why would you run that kind of story? So now, if there is an overriding public interest, in fact, where you're confused, for instance, like they tell reporters, whenever you're confused, call your editor. Because your editor will be in a better place to apply a good judgment. So now, if you're confused, no, wait, that's not, no, wait. Now, what is this is that if you're writing a thing, no, just hold on. Weigh the public interest in what you're doing. Weigh the law so that you will not be on the wrong side of the law. Okay. Now, when you weigh all these things, when you write it, make it clear that this information is unverified. Make it clear in your report. Absolutely clear. You've also called people and then the person says, yes, I have heard so. You call someone and say, yes, from so point, we notice it. And then you quote the person and said, what? If tomorrow they find out that it's not true, what crime have you committed? You've not committed any crime. But you've only raised an awareness that could probably make the security people to be alert and to begin to, talk to themselves and begin to mount security. So it depends on the kind of information that you're putting out there. So I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Am I free to step down?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You don't need your editor to approve that, sir. Please celebrate Mr. Kletu. We had engineer Solomon walk into the hall. We also had the man who will, DIG Frank Mba, who is the BOT chairman. We have a lot of BOT statements here. BOT chairman of Nigerian Institute of Social Media Analysts, NISMA. He used to serve the police force in these states as police public relations officer. If you are very conversant with the news platform and radio, without mentioning his name, you would know I'm talking about Dr. Odiko. Please welcome Dr. Odiko MacDonald for a goodwill message. That's how popular you are, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all of us. You can keep hearing the voice always. A time comes where change becomes necessary. And so we just have to give chance to others to grow also. I'm delighted to be here, and I'd like to recognize very specially very senior friends in the house. When it has to do with online, every time I go very quickly to Insight Online and Israel. Israel is always doing a good work there. I celebrate you very specially. I know there are other very special guests in the house. I might not know their names, but please, I recognize them. And I recognize all of you. Let me say that the conference of online social media, I mean, what you people are doing, the conference of online publishers, those that are really involved. For me, I see you people as those that are really involved in the social media business. You are doing a great job. So thank you so very much, organizers. Please let me say that I am not speaking in the capacity of a public relations officer. So don't quote me in that perspective. I am not. I have gone beyond that. I am not representing anybody in Akwa Ibom State. I am not speaking for the police. I am a member of the Nigerian Institute of Social Media Analysts, just as I am a member, an associate member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. So I am speaking as a member and a representative of our president, who is in the person of DIJ Frank Mba, and our national president, our national coordinator rather, Mr. Chris Eze. So I bring warm greetings on their behalf. Let me tell you that whatever you are doing here today falls in line with our own aims and objectives. And that's why we have decided to key into what you are doing. We celebrate you, we love you, we cherish what you do, we are part of what you do. And then, of course, I've come to say that we are willing to continue to work with you. We will continue, of course, to work with you at every point in time. So warm greetings from the DIJ himself, and then from our national coordinator, who is very busy somewhere in Gombe State now. I'm delighted to be here. If Oga had the privilege of being around, he would have spoken very briefly or probably elaborately in his capacity on the social media rule book, what works, and then what hurts. So for me, what works is what is a blessing, or what can amount to a blessing, or what can tantamount to a blessing. That's what works in the social media. What works is what works as in it will have the overriding interest of the people, the generality of the people. What works in the social media is when you put the interest of the nation, you take the interest of the nation, you put it first. You put the interest of the state first. You put the interest of the people first. You put the fundamental objectives. The fundamental objectives as enshrined, you put it first. You put the fundamental rights as enshrined in chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. You put it first. Where you know that, look, people have rights that ought not to be violated by users of the social media. For the fact that you're a social media user or a social, we've sat on, we've been discussing a lot of bodies that we've been invited to. From there, they start looking for you. All right? You see, what hurts is that the social media should not be used in a way where after you had finished using it, the other person, the person you have used it against, becomes either pained because his or her fundamental right has been infringed upon, or pained or hurt because, you know, his or her existence is now being threatened. Do you know that after the usage of social media, some persons look for a way to hide? That's just the truth. Please, there are things that should go to social media and there are things that should not go to social media. So for every point in time, because you are the conference of online publishers, you are the custodians, the seeming custodians. You are the seeming custodians of the social media. Whatever you will do that at the end of the day will not make security agents to start looking for you. Will not make security agents. You will start dodging. Whatever you will publish, and at the end of the day, security agents start looking for you. That's what hurts. Whatever you do at the end of the day will make the person you have written about or spoken about become ashamed, become degraded, become dehumanized, become denigrated. That is what hurts. And whatever hurts is what you should avoid. Do not say, I am a social media influencer. Agreed, you are a social media influencer. There was a time I had the opportunity of telling somebody in the course of my interaction or relation as the public relation officer. I said to somebody, I said, look, that person, do not arrest that person. That person is a social media influencer. Arresting that person will only generate more problem. Now, why was I able to say that? Though they went ahead and they suffered it seriously, but I was able to say that because I had analyzed. I had looked at where you look, okay, if you bring it down to the English parlance, you say the prefix and then the suffix. I had looked at the pre. I had looked at the aftermath, the likely aftermath, and I'd seen that it wouldn't be juicy. It wouldn't end well. And I gave the warning. And so for you that are members of the Conference of Online Publishers, you must try as much as possible to always carry out an analysis of whatever you want to publish. Let it be true to the facts. You see, situations where people are interested in concocting, cooking. You are good in cooking up a story just to make it sweet so that you'll be able to sell very well. Listen to me. You might be able to sell very well now, but all the money you have been able to make, you will be looking for where to hide to eat the money. It is very possible. I hope you know that you are not beyond being sued. You can be sued for wrong publications. That's what hurts. That's your boundary. Where one man's liberty ends, that of another person does what? Starts. So, verifying at every point in time messages that you put out there, because what you put out there are meant to be digested. You are cooking for us. Conference of Online Publishers, you are cooking for us. We are the end users. We are the ones eating what you cook. Don't be interested in cooking too quick. Any food you cook in a hurry. You go over put Maggi. You put Maggi, they think you can't sweet too much. You go come they run people belly. Then they will come look for you, say how you take cook this thing, make you can't answer. But when you take your time to gather your fact, sift them, get it sifted, analyze it, and present it in a manner that when it's digested, it will have the needed end result. That should be the blessing. The opposite will be counterproductive, and that is what will hurt. So at every point in time, put yourself in the shoes of the end users. That's what works. That's what works. Had an experience. I was addressing a group of journalists, and we agreed in the course of our interaction that, come, this one where we won't talk now, no be matter when go out to, no matter when go out. We are talking inner circle. But you know, journalists, you know who you are now, and I know who you be. You cough, they don't record. That's why you see, I try to, even right now, I've just pleaded with some people, please, because I don't want, you should be able to, if you're going to quote me, I should be quoted correctly. If you're going to put me out there, it should be in the right, line. So we agreed that, come, we are not going to, this one, we had done our briefings, our press briefing, we had done our whatever in the office. And we said, okay, let's look at this particular issue that is challenging, that is a security situation. I don't want to mention, the moment I mention it, I go, no, we're not too intelligent. These social media journalist people, we're not too intelligent. We're not head the bright where. So I will not mention it. So we had agreed that this is not going to go out there. My dear, as we finish the thing like this, we don't talk finish. We don't agree finish. Don't do our thing. Don't go. The next day, I see for paper, PPRO has confirmed blah, 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 blah. Now that one I want here. If I talk that one self, I go no. Oh boy. I look myself like this. Now the commissioner of police call me. PPRO says, sir, have you confirmed the so and so story? How come? Has it been done? This thing we are all waiting for, has it? But you know, there are journalists that serve with ethics. They believe and respect the ethics of their profession. Do you know what helped me in that matter? Because the guy had amplified it in a way that it will sell. That's what a lot of you do. And that's what hurts. That's not what works. What works for a single person without a multiplier effect, a positive multiplier effect on the generality of the people, is what hurts, not what works. If you put your selfish interests ahead because you want to have a lot of followers, you want to, you are traffic. You want your traffic to be, and then you just go ahead and put a story after amplifying it. I mean, if you see the way he amplified it, he garnished it. He made it look in such a way that, people started boom, 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 boom. And so I called their head. I said, even this conversation we were having, we didn't have it to this extent. And if, before you see, you online people, you are very fast at doing copy and paste. What hurts is doing copying and pasting without verification. Hello, is somebody with me? If you copy and paste without verification, just like Letus was saying, before you copy and paste or garnish it, please make a little verification. Who can you reach out to? That is why you need to, don't just stay and be picking things on the social media and be throwing out there. Start making friends. Look generally. For instance, in the securities, who and who are you supposed to make friends to that can talk to you, even in an unofficial manner? That's why you now talk about anonymous sources. But you will know that, yes, at least this is real. If somebody like this can give you an information about something like this. Hey! Bandits at Obukra Akara. You say, hey! Obukra Akara bandit. Oh, yeah. Be afraid of his journalists. I learned my lesson earlier enough. They're doing this business. But the truth of the matter is that if dog bites man, is that news? That's not news now. It's a regular thing now. Dog, they always bite man. Abi? But man, look dog, where we catch and bite her. Level 10 news. Am I saying something? So, without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, I had said that I bring warm greetings, and I'd spoken briefly on what works and what hurts. Please avoid what hurts. The summary is this: avoid whatever hurts and go for whatever will work. Whatever will work is what will work for you and work for the generality of the people. Put the interests of the people first. Put the interests of the state first. Always remember that these states that you are either from here, or you are working here, or you're part of this state, you should at every point in time try to bring in information to publicize things that will lead to the progress, the development of the state. Nigeria is our country. Online, just before coming here, I saw our female team. I don't know how many of you saw that video where somewhere in Switzerland or so, they were a man was harassing them on the train. Say, you are this, you're from this country, you idiot, blah, blah, blah. And I started asking myself, is that the best way to show patriotism? Is that the best way you can show that you're a patriotic Nigerian? By insulting the sensitivity of others. For every time you want to put anything out there, please let it not affect the sensitivity of others. And for those of us who studied law, we will tell you that let it not be repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience. And let it not be inconsistent with any policy that, for the time being. Because if it is inconsistent with government policy, they will look for you. If it is repugnant to natural justice, they will look for you. If it is repugnant to equity, they will look for you. If it is repugnant to good conscience, they will look for you. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Please clap in a way that will show goodwill. Thank you very much, Dr. Odiko McDon. Truly, you were one of the best who served in that position. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are we getting value so far? Are we? Even if you're not getting value, you've eaten immaculate food. That's to say, after today, go and patronize her, please. If you enjoyed the food, thank you. Immaculate, you come and help us with that's Obimo Street. I can't remember the number, but it's at Obimo Street. All right, thank you. We will have the last session before we go to the poolside and drink cold beer. David Ekman is very much anticipating the pooled session. No, you don't drink beer. You don't drink beer again. Okay. So yesterday, Akwa Ibom State government was, one of our panelists had, from River State, had mentioned that, or rated Akwa Ibom State government as the... Can you guess the hand behind all of this live streaming? If you were, do we need to fact check that one? Media, he will speak to us on social media management for not just government, but for other brands. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope the cameras are ready, because I know they paused when the last speaker was talking, and I would like this to be online as well. Good evening, everyone. I know it's a long day and we are all tired, but I promise you that I will not take more of your time. Just 5 minutes, I'm done with my presentation. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's going to be 5 minutes. 5 minutes should be 5 minutes. Let me start by commending the publisher, online publisher, Akwa Ibom State, ably led by Utreford Morgan. He has done a great job, and all the team members that have helped him put this up together. He has done a great job. I'm very proud to be part of this community. All right, this afternoon, I'm going to talk on mastering social media management for government and organization. But before I deliberate on that, let me take all of us through what Our Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, has achieved so far in the digital space. I promise you it's not going to be a long presentation. It's going to be very short. We all know that in this state, during this administration, the governor, Pastor Umar Basi Eno, created a ministry called Ministry of Science and Digital Economy. And of course, he also appointed a seasoned ICT expert, a new remodel, interactive, responsive Akwa Ibom State government website. Again, we are talking about information. We are talking about publicity. And we also thought it wise that the state government should not be that bogey with information and all that. We decided to create a blog called blog.akwaibomstate.gov.ng, where we have news from all the ministries, local government areas published on that blog. And again, how do we source for the news? We have a WhatsApp group. We work hand in hand with the Ministry of Information. And we have a WhatsApp group where all the information officers are members of that WhatsApp group. Which, you know, even in a local government area, there is an information officer in that local government area working for the Ministry of Information. So we have news stories everywhere. So that was the essence of setting up that group, to make sure the government is visible. And that is what we have achieved in that aspect. And let me run quickly. We also, under this administration, Pastor Umar Basieno, the commissioner has also been able to achieve a smart office. What do I mean by smart office? The situation that the governor doesn't need to be in the office to respond to memos. Situation that the governor doesn't need to be physically to attend to meetings or video calls and all that. With the smartphone and then with the application, the governor can comfortably sit anywhere and approve any memo, hold meetings with his commissioners, using a secure platform. And that is what we have also achieved. And again, let me run down the Bulk State Ibom State Bulk Purchase Agency. You know, those vouchers are digitally sourced, and that automatically gives platform to anybody to be beneficiary. We also have a digital platform for payment of student bursary. We also have a digital platform for the Arise business support. And of course, we also have a digital platform for grant to traders. All these are being done and achieved by this administration. We also have, the latest one is the employment portal. When the CBT exam started, it was live. I had to ensure that we put it live for people to see that it is working. It is not an audio employment, or it's not an audio CBT. And then what the governor has achieved in this regard is to make sure you don't need to know a commissioner, you don't need to know an House of Assembly member, you don't need to have a political leader to be able to have employment or to be able to employ it into the Akwa Ibom State government. That he has done very successfully, and I must thank him. Social media matters. Why? I'm not going to go into what is social media. We all know what is social media. I'll go straight to the point. Direct communication, build trust and transparency, posting real-time update photos, videos of government activities, help citizens see what government is doing. And of course, we have a dedicated page where we publish financial statement, which I know one of my friends here do go there to harvest information, good information on how we spend, on how the Akwa Ibom State government spent their funds. Give kudos to the source of that information. Give kudos to the source of that information. I know some of my friends here, they are here. They will just live very low cost, good content. And sometimes those national TV, they do hook up from me. Okay, I cannot even come. From your content, you have good quality. I can bet anyone to go through state by state, check. You will not see any state government that has the quality of videos, live broadcasts that we have in this state. Digital communication shape public trust. How does digital communication shapes public trust? Digital platforms make it easy for citizens to get information without visiting. For people in that room, that briefing is always online for citizens to follow up what actually the governor is doing. And I must commend him very specially for that initiative on official channels for truth. That's why anytime Akwa Ibom State government is online, you see thousands of people. Under 5 minutes, you see hundreds of people hooking up just to listen to the governor because they know he's going to make a statement. Now, the next slide, website integration. But of course, you cannot own an organization without having a website where you publish your verified news. That is very factual, and you must understand that website is necessity in any government organization. And then, of course, official documents should be posted there, direct traffic from social media, maintain so many tools that can help you achieve what you are doing. Content creation, a lot of people use Canva, Adobe Suite, Facebook, YouTube Studio, Google Analytics, and the rest. That also helps you to analyze and know how many people are actually following you, how many people are seeing what you are doing. And then the next slide, future, the challenges and solution. Misinformation requires quick official statement. Negative comment requires professional moderation. Of course, technical issues, which I've already explained, that backup and scanning of all your platforms. And then the future. The future is AI assisted. You can inform, you can engage, you can inspire citizens effectively. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. What you are doing well, you can come to me when I'm down here. I will be glad to assist you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Any questions for Engineer Solomon? Any questions for him? All right, no questions. Thank you.
I know people are tired. They want to go to the pool bar. So let's go to the pool bar.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please
Thank
once
you so
again
much.
put your hands together for Engineer Solomon Ayo, essay to His Excellency on Multimedia. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shall we finally, for today, put your hands together for the organizers, Cooper, for making this possible. See people who don't chop immaculate food. All right, thank you so much. By this we come full circle. We really appreciate all of you, everyone who has been here from start, including those who have stayed till this point. Thank you so much. Tomorrow will be the closing, and I tell you that tomorrow will be a bumper pack. It's going to be super. We have great speakers, great presentations for you. Ugayene has gone. Okay, we are going to have Ugayene speak to us on something important tomorrow. We will also have the Bishop of Bachelors was Married by Fire Ministry tomorrow, and a number of other people to speak to us. So